Hey everybody, March is here, the sky is filled with rainbows, there are leprechauns running all over the place with pots of gold, and as if your luck couldn't get any better, we have a new episode of What Does Jay Say that's all about going outside and talking to your players. We see occasional moments with a few partners where some of them don't seem to think that their missions are making much of an impact on their visitors until they actually go out and talk to those visitors. Remember, while your statistics page can tell you all about the numbers you're getting, this doesn't really speak into the actual experience or enjoyment factor that goes into playing your missions. So think a little bit about the difference between looking at the numbers on your stats page and then going out and witnessing something like this.
To the gold country. I know what the cheapest way was.
What was the cheapest?
It wasn't boat because boats were very, very expensive. But it's not stagecoach. It's not weird. I got it! It's the stagecoach! It was the stagecoach!
This is all just to show you that in order to actually see the fruits of your labor, you need to connect with your guests. Not only will this help ensure that they're noticing your missions, but it will also give them a chance to test out the first few minutes of it and see how it works while somebody on staff is readily available nearby to help them get set up. If you have a really fun AR challenge that's worth showing off, put that at the start of the mission where you think staff will have an easier time demonstrating it to players. If you notice anybody having a fun time playing the app, ask them if you can include them in a video testimonial like the one that we showed you earlier. Follow them as they make comments and observations, and make sure that you're paying particular attention to when they're most engaged and having the most fun. If they have a lot of good things to say, you've ended up with some free marketing. And of course, if they have any constructive comments, then you can implement those privately next time you're fine-tuning your challenges and content. Now, that's a great thing to do if you have the means to connect with individual guests in the middle of your already busy workflow. If you're looking for ways to do this with bigger groups or in a more timely manner, the best way to do that is through user testing. There are a lot of ways to get people involved, but the easiest method we've seen is through supervised community events. So if you have a community event mission, something like a Halloween mission or an Earth Day mission or an Easter mission, which would be coming up soon, basically, if you have any event missions like that where you know there'll be a lot of visitors mingling with your staff, that's usually perfect. And seeing visitors have fun with each other over your missions and content is almost always better than seeing how they enjoy it on their own. If your missions are more on the educational side of things, you can also reach out to your neighboring schools and districts and give the class something interactive to do on their next field trip to your interpretive center or to your public space. Right now, there's never been a better time to conduct this user testing while things are starting to thaw out from winter. And if you can collect some good feedback before it starts getting really warm, then you'll be all set for when things get really busy in the warmer months. By then, hopefully you'll be seeing some really happy faces, and it'll be time for another What Does Jay Say episode to keep you going into April. Remember to reach out to our customer success team if you have any questions or comments for us, and we'll see you again soon.
It was just so fun, and I hope to do this again.